Hello, hi, good morning. Yes, it's morning because it is 10:20. Yeah, I scheduled the stream at 10:30. Initially, it's scheduled at 11, but things ended early and quickly. So, yeah, I'm starting earlier. Not exactly a time where I haven't tried before, but normally morning stream, not much people viewing. So, yeah. And probably later part in the afternoon, I might get a bit too busy, so I may not be able to stream as well. So, yep, so for this morning, yeah, I have to do it slightly earlier and then we'll see how it goes. Right, so good morning. Yep, welcome to the stream. My name is Garrison from Singapore, and yeah, today is the 10th of June already, and it's a Friday, right? So, it's going to be a short day and then followed by the weekend. Let me lower down the volume. It's going to be weekend. So, right, then how are you going to celebrate your weekend? Have you got any plans already for the weekend? And stuff like that, right? So, as usual, there are two ways in which you can communicate with me in this live stream. One is using the chat function itself. You can just type in your questions, your answers, your opinions, and what have you, and then I will try to answer them as soon as I can, right? And alternatively, you can join my Discord server. Yep, the link is on my Twitch profile. So basically, once you join the Discord server itself, you can actually talk to me live on air using the voice channel. So once you are in, you can look up for the on air and then live and turn on your microphone and we can talk to each other live on air. Right. The only thing is that it will tend to lag for about 1 or 2 seconds. So meaning to say you may be talking to me, but you can only hear yourself like 1 or 2 seconds delay. Right. Other than that, it's not so much of a big issue. We can still communicate via that method as well. Right. So if you are watching this as a replay, either via Twitch or YouTube, please feel free to drop your comments as well. Or alternatively, you can actually write to me. You can private message me over at my other social media handle, which is also found on my Twitch profile as well. Right, so those messages, one side, or just hang on a minute. Let me open up my dashboard, right, just in case I don't miss any one of you typing in the chat box. Right, it's up, and here we go. Right, and let's see what are the things that I want to talk about. Yeah, it's a Friday, and let's see. Oops. I think maybe we go back to our topic for the week. So the topic is about cyclists, right? So as a motorist, are you willing to share your tarmac with cyclists? Yes, no, or you're neutral depending on the individual cyclist, right? So there are people who are very um, against the cyclists because no matter how skilled you are, how good you are, because the dimension of the Singapore road and the lane markings itself is not exactly very conducive for cyclists and yeah, things like this. So unlike the other European countries where they have got a demarcated cyclist lane, at least that is it won't intrude into the normal road user space and stuff like that. So yeah, we just keep the option open. So if you are keen to follow on, you can also go to the Discord channel itself. So the Discord server, basically not only are you able to talk to me live on air, you can also participate in the polls as well. So the poll questions are updated weekly because we have got this topic for the week itself. So every week we'll come up with a topic and you can actually participate by voting, as well as if let's say you want to further elaborate on the topic itself, you can feel free to create a thread and then you can start excuse me, you can start the discussion ongoing. Right, so that is about it. And so far, yep, I'm currently now in Yishun, and I'm probably heading down to East Coast again. Yep, that's where I normally go because it's free parking. Yep, so yeah, you can actually find me most of the time there if I need to settle some admin stuff as well. So yeah, and yeah, let me see, it's now 10 coming 10:30. Yep. So good morning to everyone. For those who tune in, good morning and welcome to the stream. Right. So please feel free to type in the chat box itself any questions, any topics, anything that you want to raise, or anything you want to to speak off your chest to uh, I wouldn't exactly say why lah, but then if let's say there are certain things in which you want to kind of raise it up, you can feel free to type in as well. Yeah, so basically this channel, this stream is about me driving from one point to another point and then turning on live and then getting virtual passengers like you guys to actually be on board and then to have a chat. Right. So having said that, that means to say my main priority is still driving on the road. So you don't normally see me looking at the screen so much. Right. So please pardon me on that. And yeah, so occasionally when I'm at the lights at the junction, I will just take a sneak peek at the chat box itself and then try to answer any questions that you guys may have. Right. So yep, let me just okay. I just glanced through the dashboard, nothing yet. Good. So let's continue. It's still too early, but it seems like going to be a hot day. Don't know because there are still certain areas that still quite grey, but nevertheless, it's most likely going to be a very hot day, right? And yeah, so you can just talk about anything that you want, or you can actually fall back and rely on our topic for the week itself and talk about cyclists on the road, right? So personally, I am quite neutral. It really depends on the individual cyclist, right? So if the cyclist is very mindful and obey all the necessary so-called rules and stuff like that, then I'm perfectly fine because they are most of the time on the left and leftmost. So you can just give them the little clearance and then it's actually good to go. However, I might have issues with riding two abreast, right? So I mean, if you are overtaking, maybe the cyclist in front is slow, you are actually riding faster, you can overtake. But if riding abreast, like two friends talking to each other, chit-chatting, and then, like occupying the entire leftmost lane, then I think there's some issue with that. So, right, so, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I said it's a very hot day. Basically, the sun is out and it's actually, yeah, you can see from the screen, I'm actually caught in the sun already. Right, so yep, hopefully the phone won't get overheated and cut off the stream prematurely. Right? So that is one issue that we encountered previously, like because the temperature is too hot, the phone gets hot and it decided to kill the stream because it is actually streaming actually consumes a lot of power, right? Because it needs to activate the camera to capture everything, capture the sound. Then it needs to transmit the signal live. So there's a lot of data ongoing, a lot of mobile power needed just for the live stream. Right. So anyway, in terms of power supply, not an issue because my iPhone is plugged in, so it's constantly charged, so it won't be battery depleted. The only thing is about heat, right? Say, as the phone operates, it gets hotter. And if let's say I actually mounted it on the windscreen and it's a very sunny day and the sun comes shining through, then that will pose as a problem in which we have encountered a few times in our previous streams, right? So if that happens, then the stream will temporarily be paused, and then yeah, once I settle down already, I'll just continue the stream to probably wrap it off or to continue where I left off, right? So that is what happened in the past. So fingers crossed, today we are going to survive through the entire trip, right? So right now I'm traveling along TPE towards Changi and traffic is very smooth. Yes, definitely there are more cars and stuff like that, but it's still a very smooth traffic at the moment, right? So it's Friday morning, so we just take a leisure drive down along TPE. Excuse me. I suppose the more crowded will be probably the opposite lane because I think there are a lot of people trying to cross over to Malaysia or maybe a short getaway during these school holidays. Right? So perhaps during these school holidays, you may not be able to book like overseas trips like used to be booking. But I think just cross over the border, have a good meal, then do some shopping, and then yep, and then come back. That will be also a nice getaway as well, right? Okay, so let me take a quick peek. No, nothing yet. So yeah, I think morning tends to be a little bit slower. So most of the time, I will be talking to myself, right? And usually the afternoon or late afternoon, then we will have more engagement. But the thing is that there is most likely the other part of the world that the people are watching that they tend to engage with the discussion. Right. So that's just a little observation, that's all. And yep, so this weekend, anything for this weekend? No. So, okay. Yeah, I think the weather is getting hotter, right? So you can actually feel can actually feel it. So I need to probably turn up the aircon by 1 notch. Yeah, just to ensure that it is still perfectly fine in a cooling environment, right? So yeah, if let's say you just joined the stream, welcome to the stream, right? There are two ways you can interact with us. Excuse me. There are two ways you can actually interact with me in this live stream. One is via the chat box itself. You can type in your questions, opinions, comments, or anything you would like to 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 ask. Yeah. So once you have posted it, I will read through them and I will answer them by the end of the stream. Right. Alternatively, the other way is if you have a Discord account, even if you don't, you can actually register for one. It's free. You can actually join my Discord server. So the link is on my Twitch profile. So once you click on it, you'll be invited to my server. So once you are in, you can actually go to this voice channel where it says on air, then live is not it's not easy to miss. Yeah, it's not easy to miss. Yeah, correct. It's not easy to miss. So basically, click on it and then turn on the microphone, and then yeah, you can talk to me on air live. That's provided when there's a live session ongoing, which is currently now. So if you are watching this as a live, you can actually go to my Discord. You will see me up in the voice channel already. So yep, that's about it. So you can actually talk to me live lah. But it's not exactly real time. There's a slight lag, as I have previously mentioned. The lag is about, say, at most 1 or 2 seconds. It's actually pretty okay. It's just like, maybe I'm actually asking a question and then it will take a while for you to receive the question, and then you answer. So there's a lag of about 1 or 2 seconds in between. But I find it is perfectly okay for having a voice channel that actually works, and with only this slight delay. So yeah, and right. So are there anything significant today on the 10th of June? Not that I know of. Yeah. So okay. So yesterday's stream has already been extracted, but I think there's some issue. I finger crossed. If let's say you don't actually see yesterday's stream on YouTube by noon this afternoon by 12, it'll probably be available slightly later. Yeah, because it's been scheduled to post, and I think recently I do have some issues with YouTube uploading. So yeah, so just please bear with me for the moment. But otherwise, like for example, today's stream, you can actually immediately view the replay on Twitch itself, no problem. But for YouTube itself, you'll probably need to give me like 1 day. Yep, I need to extract it out and then yeah, to upload it onto YouTube itself, right? So yeah, basically that's more or less about it. And yep, traffic is starting to build up once we cross Sengkang. Now we are at Tampines. Yep. So I think this is the part where most of the motorists will probably join in the expressway to go probably to head towards city. Right. So yep, that's the oh, didn't know that I'm actually doing some traffic reporting as well. So okay, the time now is 10:37 in the morning. It's a sunny day. Looks sunny at this point in time. Right. Okay. So having said that, today is Friday, so our topic for this week will run out on Sunday, and then the following week we will have another new topic to be discussed upon. So if you have anything that you would like to for us to discuss, or any topics that you have in mind, just let me know, write into me, and then yeah, if your topic is selected, we will credit you, and then we will do it for the following week's topic for the week, right? So previously, what have we got? We have got topics like the opening of the borders, the so-called what else? We have got the rising cost of electricity and petrol, and we discuss about cost of living. I think we discuss about work from home versus work in the office. Yeah, things like this. So basically, it's something in which is kind of easy to get a head start and then continue on with the discussion, right? So yeah, so maybe a little bit more on the Discord itself. So apart from having our this live stream where we can actually discuss live about the topics that we actually have chosen, or we can actually discuss about anything under the sun. If you are watching this as a replay, the Discord text channel will serve as a kind of like a corresponding guide, like it will just correspond to the live stream that we are doing, and then we will actually reflect on the questions that we have, and yeah, we can actually continue on with the discussion offline, like after the live stream as well. So just give it a try. Just head over and have a look, and yeah, mostly that is more or less about it. And yeah, so in the meantime, let me recall questions that I have received. Yep, thank you very much. I do receive quite a fair bit of private message through my social media handle, so keep them coming. But please do remember to indicate that you find me via Twitch, and you are actually, maybe you want to make a comment or whichever thing, yeah, just feel free to let me know. But please do let me know that you find me via Twitch, because otherwise I do have others private messages as well. So I don't want to mix up. Yeah, I don't want to mix up the viewer from Twitch as well as the other so-called other forms of communications that I have on the social media platform. Right, so hopefully that clears up a little. Okay, today's traffic is considered pretty smooth already, because I think along the expressway the speed is kept reasonably at 70 and above. Right, so far so good. Right, so from here I can tell you it's really going to be a very sunny day, because over at this stretch there's no trees, no tree covers. So you will feel the full brunt of the sunlight, right? So, yep, so please do drink more water and hydrate yourself in this hot sunny day. Don't get dehydrated. Yep, some health tips. No, nothing of that sort. Basically, it's just common sense. If you're on a hot day, you must be thirsty, then you drink more. So, yeah. But anyway, right, let's continue. Take a quick glance. Nope, no one in the chat itself. So basically, the chat function, why I do need to glance occasionally at the dashboard itself, because my live stream camera is this chat box itself. But I think it's somewhat broken, because in some of the previous shows, there are people typing in the comments. It doesn't flag out on the chat box itself, but rather on the dashboard. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So to play safe, I will always have the dashboard with me on hand. Right. So any questions that is being raised, if let's say I can find on the chat box itself, definitely that will be good, that will be excellent. But if let's say if I can't, then yeah, I have to rely on the dashboard. So if let's say there's nothing on the dashboard itself, then it's safe to conclude that no one is actually talking to me, right? Okay, so yeah, for those who just joined in the channel, welcome to the stream. My name is Garrison from Singapore. And yep, sorry if let's say you actually received the initial notice from Discord that this stream is going to start at 11. However, some changes, so I started at 10:30, which is half an hour earlier. So right now we are like even, I think we are very, let me see. Okay, maybe I just take a quick glance later, right, on how long has the time elapsed for this stream. But it seems like it's not a very long one, right? And comparing the length of the stream versus the distance that we have covered from Yishun to on East Coast, it takes about 20. It's about 24 minutes so far once the stream started until now. So it's really reasonable within like half an hour. But it's only at 20 over minutes. So, yep. So Singapore is so small that you can actually travel from probably one point to the other point. It wouldn't take you more than an hour. Right? So that's some fun fact for Singapore. But of course, having said that, the infrastructure, as in the road network system and stuff like that, has got to be in place. Otherwise, you may still have difficulty finding your way around. Okay, so at least now over at this stretch is still not so bad because the sun is behind. It doesn't really shine onto me as much. Yeah. So yeah, pretty good on that. Okay, so what else do we have? I think more or less that's about it. Um, Let me think of any other questions. Uh, most of the so-called the messages are pretty positive. It's more like kind of like praises and stuff like that. There are a few who actually pointed out some very good notes, some very good pointers as well. So that's why I think previously when I started this Twitch live stream, Twitch only has got a lifespan of maximum 2 weeks of this recorded stream available on that server. Other than that, it's going to be deleted. Excuse me. So one of the viewers actually suggested that perhaps you can actually download the Twitch, the entire stream, and then upload onto YouTube. In that way, then at least there's going to be a kind of like a permanent so-called video that's on your channel itself. So yeah, I adopted the idea. So thank you so much. And then after that, subsequently, there are more people who are kind of like talking about this, saying that this can be done and stuff like that. So yeah, with that, I have yeah, taken the advice from the viewers to actually do up the YouTube channel, right? So just keep your comments or opinions coming. You never know, it might be useful, right? And okay, I'm now in East Coast already, right? Already. Yeah. So let me just pull inside before I try to see if there's any messages for me, right? Okay, pulling out over here. I might be having lunch over here at East Coast, but I still haven't decided on which part itself. So yeah, so I just continue. Right. So I've got a cyclist behind me who is riding in the middle of the road. Yeah. Actually, there's this part at East Coast Park that I don't exactly understand. There's a dedicated cycling lane, cycling path inside, but they choose to ride on the road because they think that uh, you find it nicer to ride on the road. It's like Tour de France, I don't know, Tour de Singapore or whatsoever. But yeah, this East Coast service road is just a one lane each direction, and if you're riding, keep if you're riding close to the left, I think is I can still accept. But there are quite a few instances where they don't keep to the left. They are actually riding, they are straying, straddling around. And I think it's very dangerous, not only to yourself, but to the drivers as well. Imagine if, let's say, right now we are driving along the service road and then there's this cyclist decided to, to swerve out. So the car, comes to an emergency stop, and then subsequently if the car's behind, they also need certain time to react as well. Now if let's say a car hits another car, I mean, okay, but if you have another cyclist who didn't know that there's this chain of event that's ongoing, he will smash himself against the back of the the stopped car, the last stopped car. So you see all these type of things, there's a cause and effect, there are consequences as well. So yeah, maybe you should take note of it, right? That's all I'm about to say. So yeah, I've yet to decide where I want to go to, but this is one area that I can actually stop. Never mind, maybe I missed this. I will go further down. Right. So, oh, I forgot to look at your messages. So, right. Just a quick glance. Nope, there's nothing there as well. So I suppose there's not many people in the active in the live stream. So maybe at any point in time there might be one, and then might just go off because it's kind of boring. So I think that's perfectly fine. I'm pretty alright with that. So yeah, nothing to be sad about. Okay, so maybe I'll just try here. There's also another lot where I can actually park, and I can probably walk to McDonald's from here. Yeah. Okay, maybe I'll just stop here. Just park over here. So over at East Coast, there are certain car parks that's actually free for users, right? So we'll normally, just come over here and then take a short break before we continue our journey for the rest of the day, right? So okay, good. I'm here already, and yeah, just take out the seat belt. I'm so sorry. I think my throat is pretty dry, but it's okay. Let me see. Okay, good. So far, no one is on yet. So I think we are half an hour into the stream already. I think it's pretty good. So I think I will call that a day. And if you would like to, I'll probably stream tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday. Okay, let me see. Tomorrow. Maybe not. I think if I were to stream tomorrow, yeah, most likely if I stream tomorrow, it will be in the evening, probably 5, 6. Yeah, I think that's about the time period. So I think it's pretty good. Today I have a morning one, then tomorrow I got an evening one. Then in the meantime, anything you can just feel free to private message me in whichever way so you can actually find me. And if you want to talk about certain topics and stuff like that, just feel free to do so. There's also my Discord server where you can join and message me as well. Right, so with that, I think I will conclude the show. Let me turn off the engine. Right. I'll conclude the show and then I'll see you guys the next time I come online. Right, so thank you so much. Thank you for watching and I see you soon. Bye.